Colleagues, House Joint Memorial 1 is the first bill of this session, and it is chosen to be this first bill for us to consider as a show of honor to the Chinese, their business, their government, and their investors. China is Oregon's #1 trade partner. Just 10 years ago, it was 15th, and just a few years ago, it was #6th. And then in 2008, we exported $2.5 billion of services and supplies to China. In 2009, it went up $500 million to just under $3 billion. And then again, last year, it increased by more than 30%. Oregon is the 4th largest exporter of goods and services to China out of all 50 states in the United States. You have California, Washington, and Texas, and then Oregon. And this is good news for Oregon during recessionary times. I mean, we shop, we buy Chinese goods, we send our money to China, and their middle class has grown dramatically. They will soon have more Chinese speaking English than we have in America, to put things in perspective. They have more people with cell phones in China than we have entire population of our country. And they like American products. They like Oregon products. But we have a problem, and the difficulty is that the United States still has an antiquated system to grant visas for Chinese citizens to come to America. If a Chinese citizen wants to go to Australia or Canada or Japan, they put together a packet that includes their passport, proof of residency, photographs, business introduction letter, letters of invitation, proof of travel arrangements, visa application form, and a visa fee of about $32. That's bundled together and sent to the embassy, and they get a response on their visa. But if you want to be a Chinese citizen going to America, you have to not only put that kind of information together, but then you also have to schedule an in-person interview. And we have 6 of our embassies in the entire country of China. So you wait several weeks, you have to fly to an embassy, spend the money for the airfare, for the travel expenses, a hotel, and then you get a 1 to 2 minute FaceTime visit in front of an embassy staffer who looks through the packet of information and makes a determination as this investor, who may be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, stands hat in hand waiting to find out if the United States will allow him to come to our country or not. That puts us at a great competitive disadvantage. And in today, our availability of digital resources and a highly competitive market, maybe the United States should not be quite so arrogant in its viewpoint and give an opportunity for Chinese investors and tourists to come to America without having to have these expenses and difficulties of having to go face-to-face for 1 to 2 minutes at an American embassy. This House Joint Memorial 1 asks our leaders in Washington, D.C. to reconsider this process and to make it less cumbersome. Of course, we need to assure the safety of our nation, and that's a given. But we can do it in a way that is not so burdensome. And so I would ask for an aye vote as we ask our congressional leaders and the President to make it easier for Chinese tourist investors to come to Oregon, where they can see the real America, have real American adventures, and buy their souvenirs tax-free. Thank you.